Okay, so we are discussing some difficult verbs. Now, verbs by themselves are already pretty difficult, especially for foreign students or people learning English as a second language, because verbs change depending on the tense. You have those past tense verbs, you have those present tense verbs, sometimes just with an S or no S. And then you have your future tense verbs with words like will or might or may or can, etc., etc. Okay, but separate of this, there are also just verbs that are highly confusing in English. So we are going to go over 3 of them in this video that really confuse students. We have look, see, and watch. Now this is only scratching the surface. I mean, we have so many verbs to use with eyesight. We have detect, examine, perceive, identify, look, look at, notice, observe, recognize, regard, spot, view, watch, witness, scrutinize, behold. Okay, so as you see, the list goes on and on and on. There's got to be at least 50 different verbs that all have to do with the eyes. Okay, so let's just focus on these 3 because these are some of the most commonly used verbs with eyesight. So you use them all a little differently. When you use the word look, you could be looking at anything, or you could be kind of searching for something. So you can say, I am looking for the remote. Okay, so people always lose their TV remote. So I am looking for the remote. But you wouldn't say something like, Did you look that? Okay, there we go. Did you look that? Okay, sounds kind of funny, doesn't it? Did you look that? But you would say, did you see that? Okay, so let's write that here. Did you see that? Okay, so you see already how these verbs each have their place. They're both verbs, so you would think, oh, I can use look or see whenever I want, and that's simply not the case. You have all these different words to talk about when you see something with your eyes, and they all have to be used in their own special way. Okay, so let's go on to watch. Usually people use the word watch if they go to see a play or they're watching a movie, so let's use it with a movie. I am watching the movie. Okay, so I am watching the movie. I mean, you can use any pronoun you want. You can say you are watching the movie, he is watching the movie, she is watching the movie, we are watching the movie, they are watching the movie. It doesn't really matter. But you use the verb watching when you are talking about watching a kind of event like a movie or a play. So you can't say, I am seeing the movie. That doesn't sound right. You can't say, I am looking the movie. You could say, I am looking at the movie, but even then, someone who speaks English wouldn't talk like that. They would simply say, I am watching the movie. Okay, so you can find a lot of examples on these online, but keep in mind that for your senses, whether it be your eyes, whether it be your ears, whether it be, your nose, whether it be any of those senses, there are usually a lot of verbs to describe all of them. And so you want to get familiar with how to use each of these verbs and how they are different.